very fast. Then coming to the game of Chelsea, this is West Ham, but it is a very, very, very tough game. We did not play on Wednesday, on Tuesday. I'm sure this one will prepare very well. We win probably by 6-1, but it is a very, 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 very tough game. Then coming to the Red Arrows and those who are still I think for the Red Arrows last they just have to forget. I don't see the win here for 0, maybe 5-0. There is a thing that they are playing. They can even damage the win, but in the win, where they are playing Zambia. So the thing that they can turn around and they can win by 2-0. But for the Zanaco game, I'm sure they have already certified. There's no problem about that.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you, Derek, for coming through.
Thank you. You should be great to everyone who are there to the family.
We definitely will. We appreciate you tuning in. Okay, 0967390390. Andrew, let's get 2 more calls before we hit the ground running for the second hour. 0967390390. You're through to Backpage. Good afternoon, Bernard Musaba.
Yeah, this is very good. Thank you so much to Mr. Handley here for the presentation. Yeah. Coming to the game for Zanaco. Zanaco won here by 3 games to 0 here in Zambia.
Go ahead, Bernard Musaba.
Yeah, if you in Mali, they can draw there. They can draw there in Mali. This is the problem here in Zambia. The situation is enough. Strong and reliable. For the challenge, sorry, the challenge, the latest out. The country can go the result in 4 minutes. I remember Liverpool went to Camp Nou. Liverpool lost by 3 goals to 0. That's a free from Messi, where Liverpool suffered a 3-0 pass in the hands of Barcelona. And Barcelona returning to Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool went to win by 4 goals to 0. In terms of in the hands of Zanaco, in the terms of Red Arrows, I don't think so. So let the Red Arrows out on that one. So we are remaining one team representing from Zambia, which is very, very, very bad for me, and I'm very sad, I'm very shocked, because 3 years or 2 years from now, 1 year from now, the first grade, Zambia will not be representing us for teams, maybe 2. Yeah, I'm very, very sad in the Zambian football. I'm very, very much shocked because me, I'm in football. I always work in football. I always thinking about football. I always thinking about you guys. Every Saturday, well, on that one, I'm very, very shocked. But otherwise, I'm wishing Zanaco all the best. So, let's I'm sorry. In terms of the foreign players, no, on that one, I think we play England size players. Let's make sure to put the teams in place so that we can compete with the local players. So for the JC, I can't agree in terms of the JC less than 5. No. So make sure that the local players to improve themselves so that they can be getting us in the national team and in their careers in different stuff. So let's make sure to make the games, to make the players to train them, especially the local plans. in the meeting, I can't agree on that one. Let's improve themselves for the local players. Out of that, I'm going to Europe, my brother. I'm wishing Liverpool all the best. Against the Wolverhampton this evening part of evening and afternoon. 1700 guys, 20,000 stars. I'm wishing Liverpool all the best. My pick of the week, I'm putting this one together power. Look up there, that is the pick of the week. Look up the week, that is the look of the week. Look up the week, I'm putting power versus the Cisco. And the side party on Wednesday, no, a massive by winning by 4 goals to 1. Wow. What Man City. So Manu, I chose Takataka, yo performance for Manu. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Wapo naona yuko kwa Australia. Wame tukapiki Manu. Nitari nitara.
Nice one. Nice one. Bernard Mustafa. Bernard Mustafa, the Liverpool fan. Jerry, these are people that deserve medals in the Liverpool fold.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
Bernard Mustafa.
Long-standing fans like Bernard Mustafa.
Absolutely.
We've got, is it Kenneth Roma? Is it number of Liverpool fans? Emily as well from Woodlands. Suffered a lot when Liverpool went a long time without winning the Premiership, but now it's raining silver where we've had the Champions League, World Club Cup, the Super Cup as well, and hopefully there's more trophies to come. But we always appreciate fans of clubs who stick with the club through thick and thin.
Absolutely. All right.
I have my brother-in-law also, Derek Mulua. Also a very, very keen follower of Liverpool. For years and years, we tried to tease him. My own dad actually is a Liverpool fan. Very,
he's a wise man. Please, that's on that complimenting that he's a wise man.
I will do that. I'll be seeing him after the show, so I will definitely do that.
Okay.
So and that's the reason why I chose to support Everton. Because at the time in the early 80s, mid 80s, Liverpool was dominant, man. Dominant. Any competition is Liverpool. And I chose to support Everton because Everton was the only team that would stand up to
Liverpool.
So we would sit watching football with Dad. We'd be supporting Liverpool. I'd be supporting Everton.
But did you see the gulf in class now between the two sides on Wednesday?
And Bernard did allude to that. Okay, so let me run through the fixtures, gentlemen, in the FAS MTN Super Division as we now talk about the fixtures in the Premier League. Indeni takes on Lusaka Dynamos at 13. This is at Nkana Stadium. Then Konkola Bleds will be at home to Green Eagles at Konkola Stadium in Chililabombwe. There's a change in management at Konkola Bleds.
Chabi Chawala has been shown the door.
Chewe Mulenga has come in.
Pretty early days, wondering what Konkola Blades are thinking.
Exactly.
All right, so their promotion side.
And
they
Chabi himself is a very, very good coach.
Yeah, so we're wondering if that was a decision that made sense. Nkana will be at home to Forest Rangers, then Buildcon play away to Kansanshi Dynamos. Green Buffaloes play Prison Leopards, then the big game. The Cover Warriors versus Zanaco game has been postponed because Zanaco have an engagement against Binga. All right, so
but just lost the unbeaten run.
Oh, they're still top, right?
They're still top.
But
6 points adrift.
Yeah, but they just lost the unbeaten run, unfortunately. All right, and then so now getting on to the Premier League. All right, in terms of fixtures, before we get to talk about Ralph. West Ham United take on Chelsea at 14:30. This is a London game. The two London sides clashing at 14:30. Liverpool will be away to Wolverhampton Wanderers at 17 hours at the Molineux Stadium. Then Southampton play Brighton at 17 hours. Newcastle United play Burnley at 17 at the St James's Park. Then Watford will be home to Manchester City at the Vicarage Road. It will be Claudio Ranieri versus Pep Guardiola at 19:30 Central African Time. Sunday sees Manchester United at home to Crystal Palace at 16 hours at Old Trafford in Manchester. Then Leeds United play at home to Brentford at 16 hours Central African Time. Tottenham Hotspur will be at home to Norwich City at 16. Then Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard in charge there. So Steven Gerrard against Brendan Rodgers, facing off at 18:30 tomorrow when Villa take on Leicester City at 18:30 tomorrow.
Teacher and pupil for sure.
Absolutely, teacher and pupil.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting pairing in terms of competition for tomorrow in the English Premier League. So this is one game we need to look forward to in a way. Before we get to La Liga, Serie A, and probably German Bundesliga, Ralf Rangnick takes charge of Manchester United. Okay, now the thing that really caught my eyes is Michael Carrick leaving. I expected him to stay on as Ralph's assistant, but he's decided to take the walk. Jerry, let's start with Jerry before we get on to Andrew on that one. Did it make sense to you that Michael Carrick decides to walk?
Lorenzo, it came as a surprise, really, as you have pointed out. To use a common phrase, it came out of left field. Totally unexpected. People thought, look, he's going to continue. He's been the trusted lieutenant to Mourinho. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
And good record?
Yeah, and he did well in these 3 matches in Chelsea. Stopped Chelsea getting all 3 points, and they're almost winning until Chelsea got that rather fortuitous penalty.
Yes.
And then...
So it could have been 3 wins out of 3.
Could have been 3 out of 3.
Yeah. He decides to...
Well, he gave reasons. He said, look, football, you have to give in quite a lot. You neglect your family. So I'd like to spend time with my family, step away a bit. But on this showing, I'm sure he'll be back at some point. Most likely there will be a club which will entice him back to say, look, you've had your break. Can you come
maybe
back?
The club's already enticing him, as you say.
Yeah, you may just find him appearing in another club as the manager.
Yeah, probably manager Crystal Palace. It's possible.
So he sort of changed things the way they were playing. Against Chelsea, they were more defensive, actually. And under the cosh for most of the match because Chelsea dominated. But probably fans won't like him playing that way week in, week out. As a one-off maybe, and to get away with a point, well, that's fine. But then, to suit the occasion, he was defensive against Chelsea. And then against Arsenal again, they did well to get the 3 points. Arsenal scoring what may be termed a controversial goal. Some shouldn't have stood. Some say it was a genuine goal, but there it was. Man United still came out on one. So the German coach Ralf Rangnick coming in, he's more known as sporting director kind of man. He goes in as a sporting director. He sets up the systems at the club, the hierarchies and so on, the setup more like.
Apparently, as you talk, Jerry, before Andrew gets to come in, because there's a connection with the Liverpool faithfuls in this case. He's known to be the godfather of what the Germans call the gegenpressing kind of football, where you kind of like deploy a pressing kind of football. If you lose possession, offensive players, the moment they lose possession, they instantly begin to fight to get back position in advanced stages of the field. Normally, traditionally, teams usually play in such a way whereby if you lose possession, you kind of like retreat. You let them have the ball. Yeah, retreat and then cover spaces so that you kind of like prevent them from attacking you. But with gegenpressing, the moment you lose the ball, you kind of like want to retrieve it in still your offensive positions as the team that has just lost possession. Gegenpressing. And then we're told Jurgen Klopp is one person that effectively utilized or employed this strategy or this tactic, coaching Liverpool, influenced by Ralf Rangnick, so to say.
Klopp, I think Tuchel as well have paid tribute to Ralf. And yes, he is behind that pressing style of game. We've seen it with Liverpool, seen it with Chelsea, Man City as well. Rather than let them have the ball and then they attack you, you sort of try and regain the ball immediately in an offensive position. Because if you get back the ball when you're in their half or the last third of the pitch, you have chances of actually scoring. Once you have that ball, you quickly regain it and then you create a chance and so on. But that said, it's an athletic kind of system. It needs players who are fit because they'll be running all over, chasing, even lost causes. We've seen goals whereby a goalkeeper is closed down and then he makes a mistake and they end up scoring. So it's athletic. You need your players to be fit. Sometimes they get these muscle injuries. They're quite common as well. And that's one thing that people have highlighted to say, look, he likes to press from the front. Is Ronaldo going to do that kind of pressing at 36? Most likely not. So maybe he's going to tweak his system. But Ralph Rangnick coming in with a lot of praise from other German coaches. And even at clubs where it's been, I think Red Bull, he did some great work there. There he goes at Man United. They're hoping that it's going to turn things around because it's an interim appointment. And then after 6 months, he's going to take over as like a consultant to move up. They'll probably bring in a more permanent coach. But we're looking forward to him coming in with his philosophy, with his ideas, locking horns, whereby you can go to a team like Burnley and they turn you over. You go to Aston Villa and they beat you 3-1 or something. So let's see how he handles that kind of opposition.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, he's such a huge and influential figure in German. All right, and the other club that really attributed their style of play to him were Red Bull Leipzig. You know, if you've noticed, if you get to run through history from 2019 when Red Bull Leipzig were just coming and hitting top form in the German Bundesliga, they were a type of team who could manage to score within 5 to 10 seconds of winning possession. Then they score. All right. All that, again, is attributed to the pressing kind of football that this guy is bringing to the fold. So I'm interested to see how he lines up a United side with the Cristiano Ronaldo, who's 36. Is he able to press in an offensive position and win back possession? Very temperamental Ronaldo, if you may ask me.
Just to add on, Lorenzo, so you need the right kind of players to press that way, and then you press as a unit, actually.
Absolutely.
When the forwards start pressing, the midfielders also move up, the defenders also close space, and you need those kinds of defenders who will be able to maybe able to defend one-on-one because it's prone to counter-attack because they're pressing, then you get a long ball. Maybe you find two defenders against two strikers, so they need to be very adept at defending.
Yeah, very true. All right, 0960-0967-390-390. So let me get to run through the other fixture. Monday Night Football in the Premier League sees Everton play at home to Arsenal at 22 hours Central African time. All right, and then quickly talking of La Liga before we get to read a few comments that people are sending through, and then I'll cue in a few calls as well. Talking of La Liga in the Spanish league, so to say. All right, so we have Sevilla at home to Villarreal. This game is at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan in Sevilla. Kickoff time is 15 hours Central African time. Then Barcelona play at home to Real Betis at the Nou Camp in Barcelona. Atletico de Madrid at 19:30 play at home to Mallorca at the Wanda Metropolitano. Kickoff time is 19:30, like I alluded to earlier. Then at 22 hours, Real Sociedad will be at home to Real Madrid at the Real Arena in San Sebastian. Okay, that is at the Donostia San Sebastian Stadium. Sunday sees Rayo Vallecano at home to Espanyol at 15 hours at the Estadio Campo de Vallecas, right in Madrid. Elche play at home to Cadiz at the Estadio Manuel Martinez Valero Stadium. Then at the Ciutat de Valencia in Valencia, it's Levante at home to Osasuna at 19:30. Celta de Vigo will be at home to Valencia at 22 hours on Sunday at the Abancabal Igos in Vigo. Then Monday Night Football in La Liga sees Getafe at home to Athletic Bilbao at the Coliseum Alfonso Perez. So those are the fixtures in the Spanish La Liga. All right, and then quickly in the Italian Serie A, gentlemen, AC Milan will be at home to Salernitana at 16 hours this afternoon at the San Siro. All right. Then we have at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, the Eternal City, whereas Roma will be at home to Internazionale. Kickoff time is at 19 hours Central African time. At the San Paolo in Naples, Napoli will be at home to Atalanta Bergamasca at 21:45 Central African time. So 3 games traditionally in the Serie A is the case this afternoon, no change. Then tomorrow, Sunday, sees Bologna at home to Fiorentina La Vaiola at 13:30 at the Renato Dall'Ara, right in Bologna. Then Spezia plays Sassuolo at the Stadio Alberto Piccio in La Spezia at 16 hours Central African time. Then Venezia will be at home to Hellas Verona at the Pier Luigi Penzo in Venezia. Then Sampdoria play Lazio at the Luigi Ferraris in Genoa at 19 hours. Then La Vecchia Signora Juventus will be at home to Genoa at the Allianz Arena in Turin. Monday Night Football in the Serie A sees Empoli play at home to Udinese at the Carlo Castellani in Empoli. Then we have another game in Cagliari where Cagliari FC play Torino at 21:45. That's for Monday Night Football in the Italian Serie A. All right, so those are the fixtures. Let me get to read some of the comments that you are sending through. Okay, so the earlier one came through from Chilifia K1, who says, we're watching, thank you. And then, all right, Major can see the link. Goodness me. Okay, let me let me try to see how I can have it resent to him. And then we do have Franklin Presido Kalu Jr. says, watching you live from Garden of Eden, where we are in the same class with Napsa and Wena Milambo. Though Wena Milambo are not doing well academically, continuous assessments 0.5. I guess they won't progress to the next semester. From Chanda Chimbalampande. Let's get a hold of the call. You're through to Backpage. Oh my goodness. Oh, we just lost him. Please call us back on 0967 390 390. Yeah, Garden of Eden. You're through to Backpage.
Hello?
Kindly give us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Captain Edward calling you from Okotobia.
Edward, please go ahead.
Yes, Barovejo, and the panelists would like to find out over the issue of which is speculating on the social media that Zambia possibly qualified to the AFCON because of the language which is going on, in the Zimbabwe. So we just want to have a clarification because some of us, we are the party in Zambia. And we don't like whether we qualify through the back door or the other way, we still support our team. So we just want to know a clarification, Mr. Based on which criteria the CAF can use in order to, to pick, the team which in the abstention maybe of the Zimbabwe. Thank you very much, brother. We are together.
Okay, thank you for coming through, Edward. Gentlemen,
Thank you.
Okay, I promised I would look at this and it nearly slipped off my mind. Andre and Jerry, all right. People are calling it qualifying through the back door. Okay, what is the current situation? Any chances of us getting to AFCON in 2022 by way of FIFA banning Zimbabwe? Andrew and Jerry.
What is happening in Zimbabwe is that the Zimbabwean government has actually dissolved the Zimbabwean Football Federation. So they are saying that they would like to sort out the mess that is in the Zimbabwean affair. So they have even stated that should FIFA want to ban them, they really don't mind, because at the end of it, or the most important thing for them is to sort out the mess that is in the Zimbabwean affair. So with that at the back of our minds, what is happening is that should Zimbabwe be banned by FIFA, it simply means that they will not go to the AFCON. And the Zimbabwean government has put it straight that they really don't mind that they don't go to the AFCON, because they need to sort themselves out and come out united and come out clean, so that they can forge forward. That is what the Zimbabwean government is saying. So there is a looming ban, FIFA ban on the Zimbabwean affair, on the Zimbabwe as a country. And once that happens, that's where now the Zambia comes into picture, because Zambia finished right under Zimbabwe in the qualifiers. So Zambia will be the next in line to go to AFCON, should Zimbabwe be banned by FIFA. So that is where this euphoria is coming from. That is where this excitement is coming from, and the discussion is coming from. And there's a passage, I just can't remember which statute exactly, which says that should the qualifying country fail, it's the one that is next in line that should be able to go to the AFCON. So that is where this whole excitement is coming from, that Zambia is likely to go to the next AFCON, should Zimbabwe be banned. That is the story behind that.
Okay. All right. Joe, your take on that possibility. Is it something that would really make us play with so much pride in the event that it happened? There's still a lot of time. Today is only the 4th of December. A lot can happen in 26 days.
Lorenzo, there will be no pride in qualifying to the AFCON using the back door. But you're not good enough to qualify on the pitch, so you rely on some boardroom decision because of some interference in a neighboring country, and you find yourselves there rubbing your shoulders against the top, the cream of the African game, although you're not part of those because you failed to qualify. But people are pushing for that. It's been so long. They really want to see their team at the Cup of Nations. And any which way. So if Zimbabwe is going to be banned and then Zambia finds itself there, fans will be happy just to see their team take part in the tournament. But like I've stated before, I'm not a fan of such. I'd rather you just qualify through the usual means rather than relying on some decision taken by CAF or FIFA to ban another country. So even if we did go there, people are saying we might pull off a Denmark the way they were not part of the Euro 1992, and they found themselves there and ended up winning. That's what they're dreaming about. But it would be a tall order because our team hasn't been performing well at that level. Even if we found ourselves there, if we look at the last few tournaments that we participated in, we came out in the first round. So to be most likely more of the same. But that said, usually what happens is, yes, Zimbabwe could be banned, but once they put their house in order in a prescribed period, you find FIFA relenting and then reinstating them. So people would have maybe raised their hopes, only to find that the slot is not available after all. But we'll wait to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So let's get to wait and see what happens, so to say. You're through to Backpage? You're through to Backpage? Yes, good afternoon.
Yes,
long time. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm okay. And you, Lorenzo?
Very well, thanks. I'm a Chelsea, I'm a Chelsea supporter.
I think you're mistakenly identified.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. I think I'm coming from the Old Trafford. Yeah.
Okay, your name again?
Okay, I'm Brian. What do you know as Honorable Felix? Pandora Pakopana.
Okay.
Yes,
Brian, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. How are you? Yeah.
We are fine.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. I think let me begin by the issue of whether we use the back door or the front door or the side door, I don't know. Yes. Are you getting me?
Yes, we can get you loud and clear.
Okay. Whichever door we're going to use, I don't care. All I care is that I see my team, my favorite team, Zambia national team, Africa. I heard one of the panelists saying we will not be proud, and I think I'm one of the people who be proud. I don't care whatever they will use. I think, I'm saying the British reform the pathway that they should absolutely qualify. But obviously, the Nigerians did the same. Also, it didn't like also qualified the same way. Why can't they? So, yeah, I think you will pray that we go to the AFCON. I just wanted to find out what time money is paying. And, yeah, I think we can. I also want to comment on one locally have discussed that the locally.
Hello? Come again?
Yeah, I don't know if you have discussed the local fans.
No, you can contribute, not a problem.
Okay. I wanted to talk about Marit Darrows. Yeah. Marit Darrows and consideration. I watched them last week on Sunday. I'm wondering if they are going to come back. If they can turn the table, overturn the table. I'm still thinking about that guy called Morris Bernard.
Bernard Morris. That's the name I was looking for.
Bernard Morris, and this guy from the former power was I don't know if it's Larry or Larry, I don't know whichever pronunciation.
Yes, one, yeah.
Yes, yeah. These two guys, I think they gave it that very tough, game. I heard one of the people saying, no, the pitch was waterlogged and the right. What about Simba? Where were they playing from? I think they were playing from the same pitch. So if Aaron could give that unnecessary reason, that's the reason why he lost. Yeah, I think it's neither here nor there. I think they should put up their thoughts, but generally speaking, I don't see them going anywhere. I think they will win by a goal or two, but they will not progress to the next, because this guy called Morris, he dismantled the so-called development and the right, Wazanako, I think they have done it, they have qualified, but they should not be complacent because it seems like Matimba always says impossible is nothing and nothing is possible in football. So, Wazanako, again, you just go and do your best. Just find up Lorenzo. I make sure the question, don't know if you have touched that. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, the age of the coach. Is nowhere in discussion. I don't know why. But I've heard rumors that the assistant maybe might be given the mantle. I think it's unfair. Should we give this foreigner? You hear, foreigners who treat them nicely. So, who give their salary, which did not happen to the very contamination. Not fair. I think I thought Sunday was going to be maintained, but on season was going to be maintained and quit in kind of position because our fans, I think, they have been unfair. How can you give a man called Sunday two hot seats at the same time as in Caracol, also as the national team, coach, he under 3 months that he should qualify to the team to the World Cup. How possible is that on it? Anyway, I did it up to the relevant authorities to actually do the right thing. Okay.
Brian.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, Major.
Just one item on Red Arrows. As a nation, let's be hopeful. I mean, there's history already. My own team, Mighty Mufulira Wanderers, beat Simba. Simba itself beat Simba here in Zambia, 5-0. Is it 4-0?
4-0 in Tanzania.
4-0 in Tanzania. Mm-hmm. Beat Simba 4-0 in Tanzania. Simba came into Zambia and beat my own team, Mighty Mufulira Wanderers, 5-0. 5-0.
Mm-hmm. First April 1979.
Yeah, so it's very possible that such scorelines can be overturned. What is important is preparation. What is important is how you get onto the pitch, the attitude that you have when you get on the pitch. What sort of mindset has the coach prepared, the players in? That is what is important. So it is very, very possible that Red Arrows, with an improved attitude, with character, with the zeal to go and succeed, they can actually go on the pitch and go and beat Simba and beat him. So it's very possible. This is football. In football, nothing is done until the last whistle. We cannot conclude to say yes because this happened, that happened. Yes, we can analyze, But at the end of the day, it's what happens in that 90 minutes that matters. So, Coach Chisi and his charges should just go on the pitch and work hard and make sure that they
let me have. We've lost him because I wanted him to talk. Because he joined in late. Yeah.
Sorry, sincere apologies, but
okay. 0967390390. You're through to the program.
Yeah, this is Elijah calling you from Chongwe.
Elijah, please go ahead.
Yeah. In fact, tunakumbuka mwisho wa muzo wa Lorenzo ngati mkama kama Sixers as if kwa timu na sikako kumanani ku Spanish.
Juven zina yanu kaidi still vera zina yanu.
Ozela ndio Elijah Mimbo.
Ba Elijah. Kambanti mbele ba Elijah.
Na ganda ule in short.
Okay.
Can you explain the management to my tournament with Zambia? Because we don't have a consistent team. Today, like expecting that Tamba Bella Zambia, not to be an opposition too. When you are the music home, when you are the music Katungo, maybe this time, mind you, know, I forgot it and the pants to chat and the thing and the thing. Every time mkamoksika na pangani bora in Zambia, ukataka no, mpasa time ya coach is building up a team. Every time you're building up a team, you're building a team at your own time, like doing like my qualification. So sometimes the end of money on here is fast. But I'm stuck na kumibiti mafungu kitako na wako outside so that building a team. By the time Kiamba could qualify my qualification, we are able to beat my teams. Not to the second coach, Pafutu, Tamila, Pato, Tiende, Pick up or Quaffy at Apple. That's all Tina can do.
Okay.
Then you say, I'm also a Liverpool fan. I'm on one degree la Nyamata wingi la Katisia. In fact, watatu hao Salah na Sadio Mane na Nadia Keita. So mangi hizi wao wanaweza kufanya manamba zao wacha. Wao zani bila nzatu hawa. Lazaka kula mtu maningi lazama konka mbo. Na waburu wa mama.
Okay.
Alazi ziko mkwandila in fact tunakuzaani mwisho wa Lorenzo ndio tukamba Spanish tukamba tunakuzaani mwisho maningi and
Mumaka konka muri kuchongwe
kuchongwe kwa leo.
Okay. Okay. Okay, no, Ziko Elijah. For how many years have you been listening to us, Elijah?
Almost for 3 years, no?
3 years?
3 years. I don't know, maybe last year, smile could get up a papa, so it is not that I'm going to fast.
Ziko Elijah, na next Saturday, mukashite tune in. Zigomo. Okay, that's lights out. All right, let's get pick of the weekend, look out for the weekend. Let me start with Jerry. What's your pick of the weekend, look out for the weekend?
Well, it was the Merseyside derby where Liverpool just obliterated Everton, swatted them.
Sorted them out.
Yeah, they were swatted aside like. Well, let me go that far. But anyway, it was a comprehensive victory. Brought a smile to Liverpool fans' faces, and we'll look forward to more of the same. And this weekend, well, Zambian clubs, hopefully, Arrows can turn things around to and go through to the next round. Zanaco as well, I think they're in good stead to qualify to the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. So we're hoping that it comes to pass.
Okay, great stuff. Andrew, your pick of the weekend, look out for the weekend?
Pick of the week, Lorenzo. It's the humbling decision by Michael Carrick to step down as coach. Probably he was telling himself it's better to leave the stage while people are clapping. So that that's the only thing that people will have in mind to say when he tried to do this, he achieved so much, and he has achieved quite a lot. Going into Spain and coming out with full 3 points, that was great. And also, he almost beat Chelsea. Unfortunately, there was that dubious penalty. And Arsenal was very lucky. They had a very easy goal. That has happened to Arsenal so many times. I remember Thierry Henry snatching a ball from the goalkeeper and scoring. And the goal stood.
But your goalie should have played to the whistle, huh?
No, but he was injured. How does he play to the whistle when he's injured?
It wasn't like an
Even if it's an own player, Jerry, an injury is an injury.
And it was checked by VAR thoroughly, and they concluded that it's
but an injury is an injury. You can't.
It wasn't a head injury, unfortunately. So the ref couldn't stop it. He could only stop play if it was a head injury, but it wasn't. And did you see the way he chased after the referee when the referee gave a goal? How injured was he?
The way you ran after the
referee said, "Was he injured? Why was he lying down then?"
When you are even the pain goes away. It goes away because you must prove a point. I guess that's what was happening. Look out for the weekend, Lorenzo. It's the Zambian teams trying to, take advantage of the games that they have and come out tops. Wishing Red Arrows the best. It's not an easy game, but we hope that they can prepare themselves adequately and go and fight like the army they are. Zanaco, wishing them the best. They've got the 3 goals already, but that is not something that they should relax about. They should still fight and fight until the last whistle.
Until the last whistle.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we've come to the end of the program. We'd like to appreciate Major coming through. My bad, I sent him wrong coordinates. It was a little too late. The time he was actually getting the right coordinates for the program. But we'd like to appreciate him having joined in the first hour. All right, so gentlemen, it's mejores amigos para siempre. At this juncture, we have to say, lights out.